Welcome back to LDNONT TV here on Rogers TV. I'm your host, Brona. We're having a really interesting conversation with Grant, who's a researcher into making sports equipment safer to protect against specifically commotio cordis. I am now joined with awesome high school football player, hockey player, soccer player, track star, Chernet. Lucas is the school you go to, so yes. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me.
I was really interested in talking to somebody who plays high school sports, specifically football, about the impact of seeing an injury like what happened to Damar Hamlin, because obviously this is a sport that you play, and as we were talking to Grant, and we know that even the younger you are, the more risky. I guess it's not an often occurrence, but it's definitely a risk.
Yeah, it is scary. It is scary seeing something of that big of a scale. But again, we're not allowed to play any football games until we've gone through safe tackling, which is I believe it's like roughly 5-day practices. We're taught how to safely tackle. Tuck your head in, never go head first, and always wrap and bring to the ground, and other tactics like that.
Awesome. Okay. So there's obviously lots of training equipment involved, so everybody is playing as safely as they can. What about in terms of if something does happen on the field, do you all have to learn about taking care of each other and making sure that if there is an emergency, you know what to do?
Yeah, it's kind of like a big family.
Awesome.
You have the leaders and role models who just kind of step up. Usually most of them have been through an experience like that because they've played outside of school. So, they usually know what to do, but yeah.
Okay, so putting injuries aside, how is high school sports going? So talk to me about your football team this year.
It was good. We had a good run. Sadly, we got put out. I think it was before, or I think it was in the finals. We got put out, sadly. It was a tough season, but yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was a really good bonding experience. You meet a lot of friends, you meet a lot of people. Yeah.
Are you back at high school next year, or are you graduating this year?
Back at high school next year, yeah.
All right, so you're going to play football again?
Probably, yeah. Maybe.
Awesome. And talk about your other sports then. So you're doing hockey as well. Is that through school?
No, I used to play hockey. It was way back, but
gotcha.
Yeah, I used to play hockey.
Soccer as well?
Yeah, soccer. Soccer is starting actually tomorrow. Yeah, we have a soccer tryout. We make a soccer team, and then we get to sometimes travel around and do tournaments, or we just play with other schools in London.
Fantastic. And then what's to come for you? Do you have any plans? Are you inspired by somebody like Grant to go to university?
Yeah, I mean, mechanical science and all the, what's the word? The movement of the body. Biomechanics. Yeah, that seems really interesting to me, and I've always found an interest in that. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so young people who are, maybe thinking about getting into football, it's been safe since you've been playing.
Yeah. I haven't really had any injuries, and injuries that I have had, never been really that big, never been serious enough that I can it affects me in any way. So yeah.
Yeah. So you would encourage people, and plus, obviously, it's great to work with a team.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for coming and chatting with us today about high school football and all things Chernet. And thank you, of course, to Grant Dickey for being with us as well, talking about commotio cordis and making sports equipment safer for young people like Chernet. And thank you for tuning in to LDNONT TV this week. I'm your host, Brona, and I hope you'll tune in again next week.